Okay, now welcome to Doris's Kitchen, and today we're making a pumpkin, kind of like a Cinderella pumpkin carriage for my granddaughter's first birthday. And first what we started with is we made our grass. Okay, then we just use our star one there. And if you've done this before and you started and you could see the tin foil, because we started with using just what we happen to have around the house, which is what I always do. So we used a cookie sheet, we wrapped it up with tin foil, and we lightly butter the top of the cookie sheet with our green frosting. That way when you do your stars and everything, and you look, you won't see none of the tin. All you're going to see is green grass. Okay, so that's a trick. Always use whatever you're going to use for your base, which is the grass in this one here. And we just lightly take a butter knife and just butter it all with the light green. And then we use our star and just poke like that. It takes a lot of time, but it's beautiful. Okay, so we made our grass after we wrapped it up on a cookie sheet. And then what I done was for my pumpkin is I use 2 bundt cakes. Okay, one to go this way and then one to go this way. Okay, and when you put your frosting, your orange frosting around your pumpkin, you can put it around any way you want, but when you're done, to make it look like a pumpkin, is you take your knife and you go up. Just take your knife, start at the very bottom and go up. So it gives you the grooves that a pumpkin would have. You know, if you were to pick it up right in the fields. Okay? Because you can put it on this way, you know, because what I did was when I had it on my cookie sheet, I just turned around and frosted it all up first. Then I put it on there. And I did the same with the top piece, so I could just lay it on top after. You know, and then of course you're going to get some over your fingers, so then you just patch that up. And then after that you take a knife, you make it come up to the top to the center. Up to the top to the center. Okay? And so that's how I formed my pumpkin. Then I made, for my wheels, I made some sugar cookies. And then I added some of the Halloween design from my sugar cookies and everything. And so that became my wheels. And I put 2 of them together. I buttered the center with some orange frosting to put 2 of them together, just to make it, you know, a thicker wheel and everything. So, and of course, you know, I also made some little pumpkins because this is also, it's a first birthday for my granddaughter and one of my other granddaughters. I got so many. And so we made some little cupcakes too, and we frosted them up and stuff, because part of it is going to be they come in costume. And oh, one of my granddaughters got the cutest little costume. Got to show you. Got to show you. It's so cute. His little wings and everything, and it's just a pretty, pretty little bug. So she's going to be a ladybug. So that's for the 3-year-old. But this is a birthday for the 1-year-old. And so we got some cupcakes. And you can buy these little trays and everything. You know, they're little cheapy trays. And you just buy them for $1 at the dollar store. So always you make good use of the dollar store. So that wasn't much of an expense. And then the kids are all coming dressed. And they're going to have, of course, pizza. But then they're going to make their own sundaes and stuff. Then the kids all go home with a little goodie. So anyhow, we made our wheel. And then of course we made some leaves. Now the sugar cookies you're going to want to make like 3 days in advance. Let it out to the air so it can harden. Because you don't want to put your wheel and your cookie will crumble, you know. So just let it air. Leave it out to the air so it can harden and everything. Because it's really decoration. Besides, once you put the frosting in the middle, it's still good, you know, and everything. So we make them 3 days ahead. And then my leaves, that I'll put around just to kind of decorate the top, you know, so it's not so orange and everything. I kind of just designed them, you know, using these. Kind of designed some leaves and everything. And always make plenty extra. Because, you know, sometimes when you try to take it out, and you do this 3 days ahead too. Just like you do the cookies. That's the prep work you kind of have to do. And let that just air dry too. Because sometimes when you take it out, you might have to take it out with the spatula, or you might even have to do it with a knife, depending. Okay? Because some will come out better that way, some will come out better with the knife. It all depends, you know, on what you put it on. I put it on a cutting board because that's the only big enough flat surface thing I had. And always use what you have around the house so you don't have to go out and buy new. Okay, so now, I wanted to put my little dot in the center here. Just to add more color to my wheel. Oops. Yeah. And I put my 2 windows in the back. Of course, we have Cinderella. I think the 1-year-old is going to be a little lamb, but I'm not quite sure. Okay, and in front here, if you notice, I put my little door and the 2 windows and stuff. So I'm going to finish filling out my center right here. There we go. Just to add the beauty to it. And now, because I have so much grass, and this is a pumpkin carriage, I bought some of the little Halloween pumpkins. Let's see if we can find some pretty ones. And just put some of those here and there. You know, so that is like a Halloween little patch thing. Of course, I'm going to save some of these pumpkins to put on top of some of the cupcakes too. And this just adds more color, makes your whole work just look a little more decorative. Okay, and I'm putting some in the back too. Gotta have some in the back. Okay, now let me tell you a don't do. Okay, oh, this one didn't even have a green stem. Look at that. They missed that one. One thing you don't do, okay, because I thought I could do it, is like put a container up so that, you know, you could have it higher, the pumpkin a little bit higher, up, so that the wheels would be properly proportioned. That was my thought when I first done the wheels. I'll put a little, you know, one of those little Tupperware containers, square Tupperware containers, make it look like grass, like the grass is growing underneath the carriage and everything because it's been sitting in the field so long, just to give that illusion. And what happened is it started, because there was some overflow, and because it's a bundt cake, it started to break and everything, so don't do that one. Just go ahead and just lay it right on the sheet and everything. And so that's a hint, learn from me. So this is the first time I've done this one and everything. It's kind of pretty. So the kids are going to love the fact that there's pumpkins all over the place. There we go. We got the beautiful leaves there, and then we got some extras that we can just put on top, just to make that a little bit more decorative. You know, for the kids. Plus I got some more coming up and everything too, so there'll be plenty of little ones, because, you know, when the kids make their own ice cream, then they might not want a lot of cake, but the adults will want the cake. Okay, and now the only thing that's missing, of course, because it is a Cinderella pumpkin carriage, is of course Cinderella, all dressed up. So let's see. We'll just put her right there. Right in the grass. Plant her in there. There you go. So there's your beautiful Cinderella pumpkin cake. All right, you don't have to be an expert, and this is something that the kids are going to remember all the time, that you've done this for them. You made something special, just for their special day. So I hope you've enjoyed my bringing this to you. Be sure to share it with family and friends. And anybody who's interested, because you don't have to have it just for a birthday. I mean, Halloween's coming. Have it at a Halloween party or whatever. I mean, make that the centerpiece, you know, on your table. And let everybody enjoy and go, wow, that is really pretty. So there you go. A pumpkin carriage. All right. Hope you've enjoyed it. Bye-bye now.